I'm relieved because I think ISA today is in a great hand of our new president, Geoffrey Pleyers. So I call you to come and to the podium, and of course himself and his dream team of VPs and EC members. Before I let you talk, I have some small gift for you.
Oh, very good. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you. It's really an honor to be here with all of you. So a few days ago, I shared with you, with some of you that were, I think it's the very same room, my conviction of the importance of to develop a global sociology and the fact that ISA is our best to do so. As we are nearing the end of this Congress, allow me to come back just a few days. In this very place, Reverend Colin invited us to study the biggest possible topic and to be bold. We couldn't have given the awards to a better scholar. We cannot develop sociology if we focus only on narrow topics and forget the big pictures. It is the same for the ISA. All the organizational work is crucial, but cannot be productive if it is disconnected from a broader vision of the role and challenges of sociology today. Our world is changing fast, so is sociology. While sociology seeks to understand this transformation, it's also affected by them. And it is notably the case of the project of a global sociology that we all defend. And the ISA has to adapt to this reality, but it's also partly an actor of it. When I was young, I studied globalization in the late 1990s. And it was already a big topic in ISA. 4 decades later, it's still a big topic, but what we mean by the global sociology, globalization, is very different. Let me just say it very quickly in 3 ways that directly affected the ISA. First, of course, new technologies. And here we have challenges and opportunity. And I'd really very much like to thank the work that Cecilia has done by updating our social media strategy. I mean, we have adopted, we had also an online forum, so that's directly affected us. Another transformation of the global that few people anticipated is that when I was young, globalization meant expansion, growth, a world without limits. Today, the global means, first and forward, living together on a limited planet. How do we live together on this limited planet? This is one of the key questions we all have to address. And in these conferences, I've heard dozens of great talks, in the RCs in particular, on climate change, on the destruction of nature, of the impact on human beings, and alternative to the current model. This is not a specific, small, narrow topic of sociology. It is a crucial topic, and it has already transformed what is expected for sociology from our discipline. I really hope that we will all talk together about this topic in our next meeting, hopefully in 2 years in the forum. And the third, it will be my last way, that the global has changed over the last decades, is that when I was young, globalization meant the expansion of the West. It meant, a global sociology meant developing, implementing Eurocentric theories, concepts, and perspectives. Today, it's exactly the opposite. At the core of global sociology is the idea of bringing the thoughts in to challenge Eurocentric theories, concepts, and perspective. Not just to take an additional fieldwork, but just to, it transforms the way we see sociology, see our challenges, see our life on this planet. It doesn't mean to throw out all the Western concepts in sociology. It means that we have to better include all the perspective and to build a renewed global dialogue. There are 3 steps for productive global dialogue. First, of course, is to unveil the domination of the Western patterns in social sciences. That lies also in most of our disciplines' cognitive frameworks, as Sujata Patel has shown, and many others. The second step, so to unveil this Eurocentric perspective. The second step that is also crucial is to give visibility to knowledge, experiences, worldview, cosmovision, I would say, that have been invisibilized for too long and denied by the process of modernization and by the historical process of the way sociology was constructed. This is an urgent task for sociologists in the global north and in the global south. But opening northern sociologies to learning stances, lessons from the global south and to these actors, it is crucial also because it challenges the way we see sociology, including more colleagues from the global south and from different backgrounds. It's not only about democratizing sociology, it's about building together a better sociology. But there is a third step that's equally important, to rebuild the global sociology after and with the decolonial town. Criticism of Eurocentrism and the visibilization of other knowledge must be complemented by a third indispensable step, an openness to an intercultural dialogue. And I think in many ways our president embodied that. This requires researchers to acknowledge their social, cultural, and epistemic positionality, for sure. But it requires also something that is all at once sociological, cultural, and personal, which is an orientation toward the encounter of the others. Global sociology needs to be grounded in this dialogue, and it needs to be grounded in a willingness to expose ourselves, each of us, to the risk and hope of losing some of our own certainties and learning from encounters with the other. This intercultural dialogue cannot be done without opening oneself to the other. It cannot be done without caring for the other. It is a theoretical debate, but not only. It's also a personal thing that we have to do from ourselves. So let me briefly conclude by mentioning two of the most important things I've witnessed over the 5 years acting as a vice president. The first one was during the forum. We received an excellent talk, a fantastic talk by Cihan Erdal, Turkish sociologist. He prepared his talk from his cell in Ankara. He was jailed because he was doing some research in Turkey at that time. He's great that today he's out of jail, he's in Carleton University. But we had him with us at the forum, the virtual forum. This was a very important moment to all those who witnessed it. And the second moment happened in our PhD lab, something also this Sari cares very much about. On our first day, PhD lab that was very well organized by our friend and colleague Mounir Saidani in Tunis. On the first day, a Palestinian PhD student arrived there, and she was exhausted. She collapsed after a very long trip from Palestine to Tunis. Without saying anything, another participant, a young researcher from Spain, not only listened to her, but then she realized she had to go out. She took her, without saying anything, to a nearby hotel, cared about her. She made sure that she was okay. On the next day, both of them were back, and they had a fantastic week, intellectually and personally. This wouldn't have happened without this Spanish doctoral student that would have taken care about her colleague from Palestine. There is no global sociology without this perspective, without this care for each other, and this is why this is also the ISA. This is also global sociology. And so I would like, while this Congress is almost getting to an end, I would like to invite us all to take something of this ISA together with us. ISA is not only happening in big conferences, big congresses. ISA is happening where we are. It's about this caring for each other, about opening ourselves, about questioning and challenging ourselves in this intercultural dialogue. And so let's build together a stronger global sociology, a stronger ISA, starting where we are, active in our everyday life as sociologists, as researchers, as teachers, and as citizens. Thank you.